My name is Shannon, and I've been Gangstalked for over 10 years. Um, when you've been Gangstalked for so long, you start seeing patterns of things, of how people react, of how people talk. And, honestly, I'm going to do something kind to myself. Um, so, yeah, I'm turning off the comments to be kind to myself. Because this is an important message for people to hear. Eventually, when you go through gain stalking, as long as I do, and there's plenty of people who have gone through gain stalking over the years on the internet, you start seeing them start imploding on themselves. They start arguing amongst each other. They start ordering each other around. They are so focused, these gain stalkers, on always trying to point their finger out and say that person's the bad guy, that they don't realize their own faults. They don't realize their own participation to their own gain stalking. They want to continue to feel innocent. They want to continue to feel like they didn't do anything wrong. But they did. And they know it deep down. That's why they project onto each other this behavior of you did wrong, you shouldn't have done that, you should have done this, you should have done that. Because their goal is ultimately, gain stalkers, control. Their goal ultimately is to take their target, dehumanize them, and have them continue this cycle of oppression, this cycle of feeling down on themselves, so they can have a target, so that they can go look at other people. Look how messy this person is. Without these people knowing the reason why this person is such a mess is because of these gain stalkers. But see, gain stalker is a collection of victims. Some people are in the know, some people aren't. Some people are deceived on why they should go on an attack to one person. And if you look at it, it's awfully cowardly of people to gain up all on one person. I mean, it's one person. And then you got thousands of people attacking one person, and they're saying that's a fair fight. It's not a fair fight at all. The correct wording of what they do is propaganda. These gain stalkers. They cherry pick events of your life. Maybe a few events you're not proud of, you repented of, you moved on from, but they'll use this to continue to dehumanize you and cause others to brutalize you over and over. But here's the fact. Since they enjoy this behavior so much, they start doing it to each other. This same brutal, dehumanizing behavior that they do. They will attack your status as a parent. They will attack your status as a worker. They will attack your status as a human. They will deny everything you say, gaslight you for everything you are, make you into someone that you're not, because they don't want to admit to themselves they created their own monster, and they are the true monster. But instead of looking deeply inside themselves to fix their demons, they project it onto others. People who feel like they are whole inside. People who found their connection with God and with the universe. They target those because they're jealous of what those people have gotten. Being connected to the universe, being connected to God, being connected to a point where you see the evils of this world, but you will not turn into evil. That's a process that was earned through trying to be good in all the bullshit the world hits at you all at once. It's earned to be an empath. That's something earned, given to us by our abusers. It's a blessing and a curse, empathy. Yeah, you can read rooms, but when the empath is like, no, I ain't putting up with this bullshit, they get in trouble. But that's okay, because the empath can take the heat. Because the empath has taken way more heat than any narcissist ever could. See, narcissists, which gain stalkers are a collection of narcissists, by the way. Narcissists are pussies. That's why they come together to defeat one person, because they're pussies, they're cowards. They don't know how to speak for themselves. They definitely don't have the eloquence and capacity to speak for themselves because they're insecure. They're insecure people. But you, as the empath, you are not insecure. You know who you are. And you know what your purpose on this earth is for. God put the empaths here to convict the ones who created them. Empathy is created by abuse and neglect. It's a person at a very young age seeing how evil and dark the world can be, but having enough tenacity and courage enough to say enough is enough. So empaths learn to give to the world. A lot of empaths get stuck in this dichotomy of being stuck with a bunch of narcissists. I know I did in my life, being surrounded by narcissists, arrogant people who don't have the capacity of knowing how another person feels. They can't empathize. And not only that, they can't empathize. They just don't want to. There's no need for them to look a little deeper than what they look at. But ultimately, the gangstalkers will start going after each other. But here's the thing. You have to do something. In order for the gangstalkers to start attacking each other, you have to do something. Go silent. Don't speak about them. Don't look at them. Don't engage them. Any argument they give to you, ignore, block, move on. And be very selective with your words when you're talking about gangstalking. Because, see, there comes a point after you're gangstalked, after you're completely to the point where I am not going to be destroyed by people anymore, where it starts to turn, where it starts to not hit you as much or as hard as it used to, their attacks. Their dumb, stupid attacks. One of their tactics is they like to repeat the same thing over and over and over again, question you over and over and over again. To prevent this stuff, I suggest you use the block button to protect yourself and to protect others from their own abuses, because you never know. They may look at a target in your audience, which I know they do. They look for targets in my own audience. People who they deem weaker than them, so they can feel better about being shitty people. They think if they attack someone weak, they have power. But what if the empath said, you never had power? You just had the illusion of power. And for some reason, my empath fell into that same illusion. But no more. The illusion is gone. The trick is dead. It's gone. There's no trick in me no more. There's no looking at me and looking at me as a target no more. They can't do it anymore. Because once they know they can't get to you, they'll start attacking each other. Because, yeah, both of them targeted you. But they don't know exactly how do I target them and have it effective. Unfortunately for the narcissists, they underestimated how resilient empaths are and how every attack that is meant to tear the empath down is actually forging them into the stronger version than they were before. You played a stupid game and you failed miserably. Because the empath will always be stronger than the narcissist. I want my empaths to know that. To not fear them. The empath is mentally, spiritually stronger than the narcissist ever could be. Because they are so insecure, they need a whole group of people to attack one person. Peace and Maranatha.